bringing things up with a few DPS. Nope, switching back over. Profit on that Widowmaker for now. Gesture thinking about the Hammond here.
Interesting.
All right, they're going to swap it again.
All right, everybody's changing. Okay.
Musical chairs. All right. We're going to settle on the double sniper, it looks like, with the Para.
Double quad DP.
The single Mercy, that's generally what you run these days.
That is, and again, it's these long sight lines, the ability to skirmish. How do you deal with this crossfire from a Widowmaker and a Hanzo, and you're stuck in that little room thanks to Farah raining rockets down on you? Got to pay attention to Fury here on the flank, hacking your Reinhardt. There's no more shield now as the rockets keep going in the bunker.
There's so much damage coming in from so many different angles that this is a way to really try to exploit this 3-3 here. And Paris Eternal trying to break out of the health pack room now, but you can see for now, London has him just pinned down. Gesture going in for the big knockup, and now it's a time for Badosha to possibly sign on that Hanzo. He's got the Dragon Strike already. Finzi trying to fire at the Farah, but he's taking so much damage from the arrows. He has to go back and hide. Dragon Strike thrown in. And he got eaten. Finzi in the right place at the right time with the defensive matrix. And that's a big one, man. They had Paris backed up in that room. For now, though, London still putting pressure on the point. They've already gotten nearly 2 ticks. And Profit still looking for more kills coming in from behind. He's got the barrage. Justice reigns from about a 90-degree angle this time. He does get Kruise before being taken down by Soon.
Resurrect going to come through, though, onto the Farah. So Profit right back in the mix.
Well, Nuss using that Mercy ultimate as well, just to kind of get a lot of that AoE healing and AoE damage boosting going on. Paris on the point for now. And a grab brings in a kill onto Birdring. So Paris does hold for now. Oh, but Fury comes in with the EMP. Can they capitalize? That's a great minefield placement for Gesture. They're trapped, man.
They're shooting French in a barrel right there, Noah.
I guess so. Yeah, that's sinister. Nico manages to take out Gesture, though. They've broken out. And Paris manages to stay alive on the point right now.
Birdring actually making it back now on the Doomfist, so mixing it up once again. I think he was just trying to get back to the point faster. Now he's sort of stuck here with it after the mines didn't do so hot there in the bunker. And Birdring's still going to be aspiring slowly into the mass of Eternal players. Nope.
Oh, it's a last-minute change of course with that Doomfist. Dragon Strike goes through again. No kills, though, claimed by London. Nico does get found out by Fury here, so it's a 6v5. In favor of London as they try to finish off point A. Profit with another barrage ready to go here. And Birdring low health trying to go in for a kill. Soon is ready for him. He didn't have the shields he needed. Profit, you don't want to fire that barrage into the Diva. That's a surefire way to die. And now Paris, with that sound barrier, can re-engage here. Badoshan down and Paris still holding strong. Second tick taken by London, though. They're getting it inch by inch.
I mean, this is great defense from Paris. They're weathering the storm. They're playing patiently. They've given up some ticks on the points, but they've bent and not broken this entire time. Staying together and making sure Soon remains alive here.
Yeah, but if you keep bending, you're going to end up giving up point A eventually. London has managed to claim at least a tick on each attack here. EMP, that's going to seal the deal. Profit with 2 kills. 4 already with that barrage. Do you like justice? Well, you're going to get to see him later in the day, but you get a little bit right now, too, from Profit's Farah. And that's going to be a clean sweep there on A for London. That's a team kill.
But it was flashy, Doa, but was it good is the question. They had to use so many ultimates. They're switching their composition anyway.
I think
and
that's
Paris,
why, you know?
Paris doesn't care. They got it down to under a minute. They're saying, guess what? We've got grab self-destruct combo from this defense. There is going to be no snowball here with an ult advantage.
Right.
And so they're like, oh, well, we did enough here. We did more than enough to delay your push.
Hey, well, now London just wants to try to draw as many ultimates out from Paris as they can. Their job is to look threatening right now.
Going to be real tricky, though, with how disciplined Paris has been in this match with their ultimates. So we'll see what they can do, but this is going to be a long, long push for London. It's not going to be a fast point B take.
The grab dedicated by Paris right now. Going to try to use that self-destruct too, but it gets knocked off the high ground. Probably not going to find any kills out of that one. No.
That wasn't
two
good.
down. 2 down. 1 to go, although Nico's going to have that rally soon, too, on the Paris side.
That's a great gift to the London Spitfires.
Sure is.
Not getting that self-destruct onto the high ground, not causing any damage with it, just a delay. And London continue to rotate across the top platforms, taking high ground advantage just to charge up some ults.
Hey, I mean, we said they have to look threatening. That's exactly what they're doing. Now trying to slowly push in now. Rally used by Nico here to give Paris a little bit more armor as they try to re-engage. Doshin's got the Transcendence, though, in case things get really serious here.
That's the third ult Paris has used without any eliminations, though. And look at London. This is getting scary. They're moving up to 6 ults soon.
Yeah, they got the armor. They're coming in now off of Prophet's Rally. This is their chance. Earthshatter comes in, and that's Gesture caught by it. Benbest goes down to both teams without their Reinhardts as Nuss goes ahead and uses the sound barrier. Now Hip is going to use the Transcendence. We'll see if that keeps him alive. Nico saved by his own sound barrier for the moment. From the Paris side, Prophet in a little bit of trouble, and it looks like London, with the respawns, are going to have a hard time closing this out. You got to back away here. Losing Gesture was just a bit too much.
I think that London overcommitted after Gesture had already fallen because of the spawn difference. I mean, sure, they picked up an elimination as well, but if you're London, you should be so happy. You're like, okay, well, Gesture died, but we can come back with 6 ults on the next push. We can claim, we can claim that point very easily. But instead, they overcommit, use so many of their own tools.
I mean, I think when you see that 5v5 and both tanks fall like that as the attacker, you're like, okay, well, do we go or not? And you got to make that call. And London, they brought it close, but ultimately, again, you're going to get back to the point so fast if you're the defender on Point People Skya.
I think that you have to follow through with the plan. The plan there for London was control high ground, get ult charge, and try and draw out ults, and they were successful at doing that. But when the time to engage came, fell apart.
Overexcited, man. He throws in the self-destruct here. He catches Finzi with it. That's a big one. Oh, but Soon coming back with a couple kills of his own. Soon.
Paris just really controlling this map so far. I'm extremely impressed that they were able to handle the quad DPS as well as they could.
Yeah. Well, they didn't get nervous, right? We saw them play such a measured style that London are the ones who eventually just kind of let their kind of excitement get the better of them.
I definitely agree. See London here on their approach. Minute remaining. Not a lot of time to cap this second point on a map that we've seen go 3-4 captures per team in a lot of the matches so far in the Overwatch League.
Well, Gesture's going to need a massive Earthshatter if they're going to win this fight cleanly enough to take this point, most likely.
They're going to have a grab, so at least they've got that working for them, but not a lot to pair with it.
Wait to see what Gesture finds here. There we go. Okay, that got blocked. Not a lot of people knocked down by that one. Now Kruise finds the kill into Bedoshin. Paris covering with Hip's Transcendence here. Kruise getting the bloodthirsty support action out here. Another boop on a bird rake. And now just 25 seconds for London to try to get that point.
When we saw the Earthshatter come in, it did knock down Soon, but Paris, they were ready for it. Went straight back into the backline. Kruise playing deep to actually eliminate the Zenyatta.
Well, I mean, Hip on the Zenyatta Parasite, smart to hide until that was over. Grab comes in on the London side, on the Parasite here. No kills out of that one. Now London throws out the grab, but the sound barrier there for Paris as well. They got to get somebody there. That's right, the delay. Somehow they get somebody on the point, so we're into overtime. And Nico down. London needs to steamroll this one if they want to make it work. Already over overtime. It's a great defense for Paris either way. They just got to close it out. Gesture throws down the Earthshatter, and they get a couple out of it. London with a chance to bring it back, and wow, Paris, they looked so safe for so long. They did. They got too aggressive on the defense. Can they scramble in to stop this one? Finzi with the self-destruct, that might give him something. Nothing kills out of that. Nico trying to come back in. There's Hammond. Benbest trying to stay alive, but they're just trickling in now, and London having an easy time eliminating people. That should be the point here. London, I cannot believe they were able to take that.
Can we talk about Nuss and how he went to the back of the points when his entire team was grabbed? Used sound barrier only on himself.
Save the day, man. What a round. Well, Paris on the attack after this. Absolute insanity on the attack round from London. They were able to get the second point in the end. Paris looking so solid on that defense, but just letting it drop the last second.
They thought they could get a forward attack there on the defense. We're going to take a look at Nuss here. This is what was happening in the back, by the way. It was a duel. Nuss gets low. He's going to sound barrier himself during all of this. But if he hadn't been back there to trigger overtime while the rest of his team was held up by Paris's Graviton Surge, there wouldn't have been a play. But in the end, because Paris played too aggressively, they didn't have their Zenyatta there to help them out because they had to go back. That's when the play was made. And, mega props to Nuss for even triggering that overtime in the first place.
Now giving London a new lease on life here on Volskaya Industries. Now they're on the defense. If they can stop Paris from taking their 2 points, that's going to be another win for London. But we've seen this map go, like you said earlier, pretty often to like 4 points per side here. We'll see how it goes. If London does successfully grab a couple points, London's not in the greatest position. They don't have any time in the time bank. Paris going in hard on the high ground. Nico down early, though. London ready initially for that, it looks like. Gesture with an early kill. Kruise trying to bounce off the wall, stay alive. Can't quite do it. First attack stuffed by London.
The problem, though, is because when we look at these triple and quad DPS comps, they have to work quickly. Because eventually, you are going to switch back to triple tank, triple support to play B. And so, if you don't have a lot of charge, or if you don't have a lot of time in the bank to recharge your ultimates, then you're not going to be doing a whole lot. So, still London at a massive disadvantage. Paris should absolutely just continue to slam the 3-3 until they get that ult edge.
This thing, you want to get the momentum rolling.
Or they just killed
that
Gesture.
Helps. All right. Well, Gesture eliminated Paris with the 6v5 now. Golden opportunity, if there ever was one, to take a fast. Just like we talked about. London biding their time. They want to see if maybe they can wait until Gesture gets back. It's going to be close, though. They got to get in there. They got to try to stop this point here. Paris getting aggressive here. Burger down early. Wow, no kidding. Just like we talked about. London biding their time. Man, Paris just wants to win this thing straight up.
Paris is so fun to watch because of how aggressive they are with this composition.
Sides X armor coming through. Ooh, Benbas Kip finishes off Birdering, but Doge Paris Eternal all over London. Get him on this one. And this is exactly what we talked about. This is the momentum. This is a snowball effect, right? And London, they're going to need to scramble if they want to try to buy any more time here. Use up any more time off the clock, but it's not looking easy. Hammond swap for Gesture. Coming in right now. Paris again. Getting aggressive, trying to intercept people. That's a grab. That's right. Soon takes Nuss out early. Self-destruct comes in, though, on Finzy's side. It's getting messy now. London, they've got the respawn advantage, and with them getting the kills, Prophet gets one on Genji before he gets taken out here. Maybe they can hold it. I don't know. Soon saying no. Finzy is ready. How about those off tanks, man? And that's going to be Paris taking 2 points so fast.
And that's the advantage, Noah. This is why, in this meta game, if you're great at 3-3, you can just barge into these maps and power through them. And it takes a lot more finesse if you're going to play triple or quad DPS. Because you are going to have to play that mirror eventually, and soon just absolutely wrecking people at 100 charge here at the end.
Yep, he built charge on Zarya so incredibly fast, too. This guy, you can hear the crowd. Soon.
So here we go. It's got to be a full hold on A for 5 minutes for London to draw.
Yeah.
It's going to be a bit of a trick.
It might be a bit of a challenge, yeah.
I actually think it's probably impossible against Paris, just because London's going to run 3-3 again, and Paris is a better 3-3 team, so it's just a matter of time until they can really just wipe the floor with you.
Yeah, man. I mean, if you look at the power levels here, if this was a Dragon Ball Z kind of thing, this would be Super Saiyan 3 versus just a regular Saiyan.
Is that right?
In terms of 3-3, yeah.
In terms of 3-3.
Maybe Super Saiyan 1. Maybe. Maybe we'll see Krillin later on London side. He's maybe regular human, though. He can't go Super Saiyan. I think London needs to go Super Saiyan on their defense.
Yeah,
if they want to have a
know
chance of defending this one.
I don't know if I'd be introducing humans into the Saiyan fight still.
I don't know. It has not gone well traditionally.
Okay, so
Depends on how many sensu beans you have, I guess.
Quick swap here, back to 3-3 for Paris. So they're not going to see anything weird. They just are going to opt straight into the mirror, except for Winston and Reinhardt being the only hero differences on these rosters.
Yeah, like, all right, you want this? Here you go.
I wouldn't want it if I was London.
I was going to say, yeah, I don't... You think you want this? I don't think you want this, London. Paris coming in, same attack they did before, pretty much. Going onto that high ground, being aggressive here. They're going to take out Padoshan right away. Got separated, got eliminated. Vizen, Hip getting the final blow there, and already London Spitfire having a lot of time. But the thing is, they only need one tick. Paris just needs one tick to end it. Hip down, but he got 2 kills before he got taken out. Finji going to help close this one. Birdring, not a lot of support for him anymore. They're already halfway there. Paris Eternal. No stopping these guys. It's another win. Volskaya, they made it look easy.
They made it look so easy. All the maps have been crazy one-sided. Serious to this point in time. Paris Eternal will go ahead and take the assault map on Volskaya.
The Eternal was the opposite, man. That was fast. See on map 4 right after that. It has been a pendulum of a match, if you will. Maps going very one-sided for both sides. Right now, London, though, behind Paris Eternal 2-1 Volskaya. I mean, we were talking about this during the break. You put Guard in map 2 for London. You do great on Kings Row. What do? Hey, that worked great. Let's take him out.
You know what great coaching is, Doa?
What's that?
So you make an adjustment to change something so it works for you.
Sounds good.
Then, for no reason, you change it back to what was failing.
That doesn't make any sense. Why would a team do that?
It doesn't. Weird.
Huh, what do you know? Oh, we have a substitution. It's Guard. Guard's back in again. Who knew?
Who knew?
Who knew? Who could have? You can't predict that.
No, jokes aside, though, I do think they wanted to run the Widowmaker, and it was just less effective than they thought it would be with that quad DPS. Now they know, so they can just play Sombra for the rest of the match.
As G.I. Joe always said, knowing is half the battle, right? There you go.
Personally, I wouldn't swap things that are already working, but that's just me.
You know, I mean, the thing is, you come into a match as a team. You've got that game plan. You want to stick with that game plan no matter what, and sometimes it's hard to be flexible, I suppose.
Maybe.
You should be flexible. Can't argue with this guy. He's a very critical person.
Very set in my ways.
That's right. So we're going to Route. Are you really? We're going to Route 66. Another map. where London has an opportunity to play things a little bit funky, a little bit differently. They don't need to rely on 3-3 to win a map like this.
They don't. And you know what? They can also play Sombra for this entire map on attack and defense just fine. We've seen it before already here in the very first few games of the Overwatch League. A lot of teams opting into that 3-3 in the endpoint C, but you can also just sort of mix it up, move out your Diva, put the Sombra in, you're good.
Paris is going to know what's up here, though.
Absolutely.
They see Guard come back in, and they're like, hey, I remember what happened last time you put Guard and you ran Sombra. So they're going to be well aware of what London's going to throw at him, most likely.
Yeah, and I think in King's Row, at least, they did a decent job after seeing it for one round, adapting to it by trying to put Kruise and Nico on Sombra duty to prevent Finzi from getting hacked. But even then, they still found it very challenging. Guard is an ace Sombra player. He's a Sombra specialist, and he'll know how to weave those hacks in onto your tank line, even if you're trying to stop him.
Yeah. And he certainly was unstoppable on King's Row. Back on the Sombra, as you can see again, as we get things ready on Route 66. Paris Eternal looking to close out this series with a 3-1 victory on our escort map, London Spitfire. If they can do what they did on King's Row, then we are going to that 5th map, another control map, and then we'll see. Then we'll see what the real adjustments from London are, because that Ilios was very one-sided in favor of Paris. So I kind of want to go to that 5th map, mostly because I'd like to see more Overwatch, but also because I'm really curious to see how London would react in that situation.
It's been a tight match so far. The winning team has generally done a pretty clean job of executing their game plan.
Yeah.
And keep an eye here onto Finzi and Ben Best, as Guard is going to try and get that angle. He's currently on top of that boxcar on the right side of your screen.
I had to back up initially. He did get spotted by Finzi. As Diva, you've got no ammo, you're not going to run out. You just kind of spray around. Ben Best does get hacked. Has to back away, play a little bit safe, but Paris Eternal have rotated to the other side here now.
You see Kruise up there trying to deal with Guard, booping him back, keeping that Diva unhacked, and now they're focusing. As soon as Guard tries to get position, every time they're putting that damage down, he gets a hack off on a Kruise anyway.
Yeah, another hack. This time onto the Lucio here. Guard translocating over to the other side, being very elusive. Going invisible again, but Paris still pushing this payload a little bit. London hasn't quite been able to find the kills they were looking for.
I mean, they stalled them without the payload moving for a minute, though, so not too terrible for London. And that's not even going to be their best point on defense. It's going to be much more open here as they come onto big girls. A lot more opportunities for Guard to get good flanks in.
Very true. Paris biding the time. Okay, grab coming in from London Spitfire. And that's going to force out the Transcendence on the Paris side as they re-engage here. Nico does take down Gesture. Paris saying, hey, this is our chance to maybe take A. Bedosian uses his Transcendence as well. There's an EMP coming in from Guard. There's a follow-up, though. A lot of people getting hacked on Paris. It doesn't matter, man. They only need those left clicks.
It doesn't matter, Doa, if you EMP when the grab is already out and the Zarya is already charged, right? The damage is there. Your team is locked up. And that's London Spitfire using a lot of ults to no effect. Still dragged about 2 minutes off this clock, however, and they are going to have another chance to defend on A before this payload makes it to the end.
A few ultimates, too. Sound barrier, grav.
Oh, they're
just going to let it go. Okay, all right. So they decide to wait it out, go for that, perhaps more solid point B defense. It's like you said, Monty, where the end of point A is kind of open. It's tougher to make Sombra really work on that. Here you can see there's got more of a narrow corridor. More of an area for Sombra to work from the high ground. So I can see the logic from London.
Hip again. As part of the shutdown on King's Row was getting one of those right clicks before the translocate.
Yeah, Ben Best decides to give Gesture the hug of death and takes off Fury with the Fire Strike too. London not wasting any time in team killing, or getting team killed rather, by Paris.
It looks like there were a lot of adjustments made at halftime here for the Paris Eternal. They're definitely putting their focus onto Guard, who was ripping them apart in the last match.
Well, they look much more prepared for this. And it's like we said before the map started, you know what London's going to throw at you with this sub of Guards. So they have a plan, executing it well so far. Waiting for it now. A lot of forward positioning by Paris, too. You can see Ben Best on the high ground. They're trying to deny Guard places from which to hack.
Yes, and Nico just flailing away out there on that high ground, trying to make sure they're not going to get any follow-up. Good self-destruct, actually, to deny the follow-up on the Graviton.
Yeah, that's right. Sound barrier after everything is said and done when they want to re-engage here, too. Ooh, Earthshatter comes in, knocks Soon and Nico down. But Kruise still getting the kill onto Gesture anyway. Paris not losing anybody to the ultimates from London Spitfire right now. They can pop their Transcendence. There's the hack now. Ben Best down. Maybe London can come back in this one. It looks like they will. Nuts just uppercutting hip into oblivion here. Prophet chasing Paris away. That's going to be a nice D-mech onto Finzi, too. Nice delay on that one.
Sneaky Soon trying to get an extra elimination there at the end.
Yeah, that's something we saw a lot of last year, too. Sneaky Soon was like a real deal in last season of Overwatch League here, man. You can't let him backcap on you.
Coming in to that fight, though, Gesture, again, I'm really impressed with how decisive Paris is when it comes to siphoning off the tank plays. Gesture has been playing too far forward while the rest of his teammates have been setting up on the flanks. Paris identifies that and just destroys him first in almost all of these team fights.
True enough. Paris coming in with a couple crucial ultimates here. Try to close this one out. Fury, whoa, getting aggressive on his own here. Graviton surges down for both teams. Gesture gets pulled in as he tries to charge forward. Fury down, though, and Paris managing to trap London between a rock and a Ben Best plays. Prophet taking a nap on the payload there, and Paris Eternal carving through the rest of Spitfire. That's going to be point B.
Some funny animations there.
A little bit.
With Gesture coming in and getting with the charge and getting sucked back into the Graviton surge. Couldn't make the play.
It's like I feel like
follow up on the grab.
About to go into orbit there and just spend the rest of his life circling the Earth. You never know.
So EMP now online for the Spitfire. Flank from guard all the way into the back. Nico there. Solo on the payload.
Got that EMP opportunity. Ooh, they don't know he's there yet. A nice EMP coming in from guard. And London Spitfire wasting no time and getting on top of Paris Eternal. Clean fight there. About as clean as it can be. Paris Eternal, they're okay with that. Didn't use any ults of their own in there. They can just reset. They've still got about 2.5 minutes left to finish C.
And just a matter of working up their old bank again. They should be okay. Plenty of time left for Paris. This is a difficult map to finish in the first place.
Yeah, point C on Route 66 is definitely one of the more brutal ones we see in escort maps in Overwatch. All right. Self-destruct. No kills out of that one right now. Paris Eternal does use that to move forward, though. Bedosian responding with the Transcendence soon at like 10 HP, but he stays alive. Transcendence now for Paris Eternal, as well as they push London back even farther. That payload is still moving, man. And Kruise sound barrier. Whoa! It took a while. They had to wait for that beat to drop, and that was enough time for London to get set. Great disruption on Kruise's ultimate there.
Always feels bad when you're a Reinhardt or you're a Lucio player and you get booped during those engagements.
I hate having to wait that long for the beat to drop.
I know, really throws off your dancing, doesn't it?
It does. Yeah, I just like start and I do like kind of half moves. It's really awkward. More awkward than my regular dancing. Ben Best with the kill, and Nasir finds him with the charge. And ooh, EMP from guard here. He's got like no health left, but Paris Eternal has to back off, and London Spitfire is going to help him do that. Back all the way back to spawn, and down to 1.5 minutes. London's been using a lot of time off this clock.
Certainly have. And Paris also committing many of their ults to no effect. London has really consistently been on top of the ult bank game, coming in with more tools to use in these team fights because they really saved some of those ultimates. Hitting 5 people with EMP makes sure that you don't have to use anything else, really.
Somer's extra dangerous here. Gesture tries to go in for the Earth Shatter. Nice block, though, from Ben Best. Doesn't save Hip, though. London still gets aggressive, just jumps past the Reinhardt shield. All right. Well, this is why we say point C is very difficult on Route 66. It's such a narrow area to go through, and especially when the opposing team has an amazing Sombra player. You're just going to get hacked. You're just going to get EMP'd all the time.
Yeah, the area of effect damage gets really crazy in here.
Sure does. Everyone's all grouped together like that. Fury getting pretty charged up, but he has that Graviton Surge to use. Paris Eternal waiting for an opportunity to throw down some of their own tank ultimates. Ooh, Ben Best tries to throw out the Earth Shatter. Doesn't really seem to catch anybody. Finzi throws in the self-destruct. No kills out of that one again. Creating space for that payload to move. They want to move the fight forward on the Paris side. Oh, they're going to trap Paris in the Graviton Surge now. No kills out of that one, though. Nice ultimate from him, but now the EMP comes in after the Zenyatta uses the Transcendence, and Paris still managing to come out ahead in this team fight here. London Spitfire push back. That payload's getting there. They're going to have the respawns. They might have an opportunity to still try to defend this. Fury way in the back here.
There's the beat coming down. They have 2 support ultimates to try and last on this payload.
That's right. It's all about the delay now for London. Guard's going to switch over to the Bastion here. trying to just hold on. Kruise, though, gets a kill on the Fury in the end. Transcendence from the London side, but it's all clean up for Paris Eternal. They're taking him out one at a time. London lining up and getting knocked down by Paris, and they are going to get that third point on Route 66.
Finally, Paris breaks through the London defense. Ult by ult, a little bit off timing for the London Spitfire, and that means the Paris Eternal find that opening.
And that's the thing, you may have those quick responses of defense, but when you're staggered like that, you never get to fight that big, even fight. Let's watch Hype again here.
Yeah, Hip coming in and just making sure that they're not going to have the damage to kill people. Up on the high ground wasn't really a concern anyway, and you'd think with that quad EMP would be enough, but frankly, London's just too far away for any of this follow-up. Too far away to follow up on the Graviton, too far away.
It's kind of a desperation thing.
Yeah, to follow up on the EMP.
His name's Hip, but he certainly does make me feel the hype.
You feeling the hip hype?
Feel the hip hype. All day so far. And it's like we said, I'll reiterate, man, taking point 3 on Route 66 is huge. It's so easy to defend that one. We oftentimes see pushes get stopped. You know, kind of halfway through C. Paris Eternal, though, having none of it. They put themselves in the position to win this series. All they need to do is stop London from completing their attack run.
I do think we might see this composition here with Guard on the McCree. Maybe switch over to that Sombra again, but having the Hanzo really enables you to control space nicely, at least for the first part of this push.
Yeah, I mean, double sniper is something we've seen a lot on this map over the years here.
So we'll see if it's just a Sonic Arrow into the cart. It might be a Forest Switch. No, it's going to be a swap over to Brigitte. Okay. Oh, they're just going to go right back to what was working for them on King's Row and what did pretty well, at least at the start of this map.
I mean, I think it's obvious. That's what you do here. I mean, when push comes to shove, Guard on Sombra, you're going to go for that 3-3 sort of combo. Oh, no! Nico just swinging around, and he finds the invisible Sombra.
Yeah, Paris has adapted to this. They're doing much better than they did on King's Row. Nico really hunting around for that Sombra right there. A lot of times it's either been a right click from Hip or it's been a stun from the Brigitte.
They really seem to have Guard kind of downloaded here. They know where he's going to go. They've kind of gotten to analyze the style a little bit and kind of be there before he is a lot of times. Playing that aggressive defense here, and again, this denies the Sombra from getting behind you. They try anyway. Guard does get behind them, but they force him back right away. Hack on the Benbis. That's supposed to let London move forward, but instead, it's Soon getting the kill. On the Paris side here, Gesture zoned out, put the train car and taken down. He's getting shipped right to the afterlife. And Bedoshin out of commission too. So London, again, they're just really having a hard time getting Guard in the right position and then capitalizing on the hacks.
They certainly are. And you see here tracking around the payload. He's been outputting an enormous amount of damage so far in this match. Nico again playing the flank. Look at his positioning. Kruise and Nico on both of the flanks. So this is how they're trying to defeat Guard through positioning. And now Guard's just sitting there in the back. He's going to come in for the EMP.
That was good.
Soon only.
Okay, that's right. Finzi did get a little bit low. Hip didn't get caught by it though, so he crucially got to use that Transcendence. Not catching the Zen with that is a real problem for London. Self-destruct comes in. Paris Eternal caught the Graviton Surge, but doesn't look like London has a lot of follow-up to this.
Yeah, Soon the only one EMP'd in that conflict.
Oh, Benbis down. Here's a chance for London. They got to get that payload moving. It's been a great defense for Paris already, but maybe if they can get some kills here. Gesture getting a little bit low. Soon finishes him off, and Paris Eternal looked rough at the start, but they're having none of this, man.
No, they are not, and they're playing so well, popping the Transcendence to make sure that they could follow up after the EMPs, and Yetta not going to be hit.
Oh, Fury. Fury just kind of slid off the edge there. See a replay of that.
Well, we'll see what happened. Meanwhile, London maybe having to rethink a few things right here. To come out with another EMP. Hopefully it will go better than the last one.
Yep.
But Guard hasn't been able to get position, and that's really well played by Paris.
Sticker on the side. If he can get Hip, that's the thing. Okay, he does get the hack on the Hip. Hip with no shields left. Can he finish him? Oh, not quite. Gets in there anyway,
disaster.
man. Benbis down. It could still be a problem for Paris here. Fury getting one. Bedoshin down. But that Zenyatta's coming back fast, and London finally breaking through here. You know, again, it's like we talked about earlier. If you can EMP the Zenyatta, that's the ticket right there. And finally, London breaking through the first few meters of point A.
All right, you're cool with that, though, if you're Paris. Okay.
You use so much time.
You used a sound barrier, you used an EMP. Paris got 3 minutes off the clock on you. You're feeling great. You're going to have another defense here. You're going to have all 6 ults.
All right, let's check this out, man. Fury, how do we fall? Yeah, he just stepped off.
Oh, no.
Oh, you've been probed.
I like the spray.
It's like, what do? You might as well do some art on the way down. We can call that art, right? I don't know. Here we go again. Gesture drops the Earth Shatter, but nobody there to really be hit by it. Nico comes back with the kill into Bidoshin, and there goes Nuss. Kruise with a great move on the opposing Lucio, and Paris will take control of this payload again. 15 seconds left for London. They gotta scramble. I don't even know how you get back to the payload in this situation.
I don't know if you do, Doa. It's gonna be a trick to wade through all of these tanks and that self-destruct.
Oh, here we go. Another Graviton Surge comes in. And can they even get there? Somebody touched. Guard managed to get back there onto Sombra. There goes Gesture, though. They're without their main tank. That payload is moving. EMP comes through for Guard. Can they turn it around? I don't think so, man. Even Nuss with the kill onto Hip. I don't know if they can grind this one out here. Nuss is staying alive for a long time. Profit's still there. Can the respawns get there? No! Benbes takes Profit for a ride. And overtime starting to expire here. It is an absolute scramble for London to try to stay alive. Gesture's back again, but he's on his own here. We got the Tracer switch. Guard swapping to get back to the payload again here, but it's still all Paris in the kill feed, and eventually that's going to expire, and that's going to be Paris Eternal winning their first match in the Overwatch League.
Fantastic debut for Paris, showing the strengths that we thought they would bring into the start of this league. They can be so very proud of this win, I think.
That was incredibly impressive by Paris to not only play their strategy out so cleanly, so decisively, but then to adapt to the big threat that Guard brought from London. What a debut for Paris Eternal.
I really like the way they adapted their play and their positioning to that Sombra in this map. I think that was a great adjustment that they made at halftime after getting rolled on King's Row. Credit to the coaching staff and the players for being able to enact that change so quickly.
Right. And you got to wonder going forward what things are going to be like for London. You know, speaking of adjusting, I think they're going to need to do some in the few days off they've got here.
I think they had a very tough first week, honestly, with Philadelphia and Paris. Yeah. Strength of schedule pretty hard for them. And we'll see if they can make those adjustments. Like you say, I think it's a tough time to be the London Spitfire in this metagame.
That's right. So now let's go down to Mika on the floor, who's got an interview with Soon.
Thanks, guys. I am down here with Soon, and as we know, there it is. As we know, he is a crowd favorite. So you went from the Valiant, and now you are on Paris Eternal, and you've taken home your first win of the season for your home country. How's that feel?
I feel good because we are only 2 European team, and so we beat the second one, so I'm pretty happy.
Absolutely, and I know everybody out there is happy for you. And you mentioned this is an all-European team. You have some history with lots of your teammates like Nico and Benbes. So do you think that synergy and that history really gives you guys an advantage, and we'll be seeing you play this well for the entire season?
Yeah, the gold meta is mainly team play. It's really team play, and we're already all together, and that's why we're strong right now.
Absolutely, super strong, and I wave that flag with some pride. And everybody give it up for Soon one more time. And that's all we have now. Back to the casters.
Wow, again, like what a series that was. And going into it, you know, we talked, it's a little bit hard to read that one. If London adjusted after Philadelphia, they would have a good chance. But, you know, all the best things people were hoping for with Paris Eternal kind of came through, didn't it?
I mean, I think it's hard because how do you do it in 2 days if you're the London Spitfire, make a lot of those changes, and especially when you know you're coming up against one of the teams that we expect to be the strongest at playing these potent compositions in this meta. It's tough.
Fair enough. Let's take a look at our player of the match from Omen by HP. It's going to be the one, the only. It's going to be Kruise. That's right. Kruise on the Lucio. And the thing is sometimes if you're playing that Lucio, what you're doing for your team is kind of behind the scenes. But Kruise has a way of doing that, getting the sound barriers down, getting the right speed boost at the right time. But this guy is flashy too, man. Getting the kills, getting the boops. Goodbye Birdering, and a great debut here for Kruise on Paris Eternal.
Yeah, something, especially if you guys have the All Access Pass, to watch is going to be Kruise's perspective as we go throughout these series. Because I've seen him so many times just try and weave his way into the enemy line. He sets up self-destructs, when those D.Va bombs are coming in, to knock people into them, make sure sure the Reinhardt shield is out of the way. And frankly, he just gets a lot of kills back there somehow.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Absolutely. Well, time to look ahead to our next match. It's going to be none other than NYXL taking on Washington Justice, another team making their debut in the Overwatch League today. I love week one, man. It's so much fun to see all these new teams come in.
Yeah, it really is. Especially that last match. Two very different styles going head-to-head against each other. What a treat.
Sure enough. Well, that's going to be exciting. I'm excited because we just get to sit and watch this next one. That's going to be fun, guys. Well, thanks for watching. Stick around. Got that next match coming up for you. Until then, see ya.